I was backstage at Freedom Fest, and I had just met your stepmom and your dad.
Right.
And they had told me, your dad told me that his son was fresh back up from Iraq, and then they brought you up in a wheelchair, which was such a moving sight anyway. And I believe you had your little boy sitting in your lap.
I have a little boy with me.
And you were about as thin and pale and weak and sickly as you could be. And you were just back within days of being overseas, or actually being in the hospital here in the United States.
Right.
And we took you up on stage and told the crowd who you were and what you'd been doing and how you ended up in that wheelchair. And all the people rose to their feet and gave you a standing ovation and a big... I get all emotional thinking about it now. And it was just a small thing to do to say thank you. But I know that especially in the situation that you were in, coming right back from Iraq into the hospital, you probably didn't get a welcome like some soldiers get, right?
No,
Lean right in there, Nathan.
I didn't get to, come in through the hangar and march in with my company or anything, and couldn't ask for a better welcome home than that. It was just amazing.
Well, we were very happy to do it. Do you mind talking about your injury and how it happened and what happened to you?
Well, yeah, it was April 20th, 2004, we were just crossed the border back into Kuwait, and a herd of camels came onto the road, and one of the trucks ahead of us hit it, and the truck in front of us was a brand new kid straight out of AIT, and just got over to Iraq, and he slammed his brakes on, and so the driver didn't have enough room to stop, so we had to go right or left, and to the right was a car with a family in it, so we went left and clipped my side of the trailer, and the impact pulled me out of the truck, and it dragged me for a little ways before it came to a complete stop, and it basically damaged the right side of my body, and had intestinal damage, and broke my tibia, fibia, hip, pelvis, and a couple other scrapes and stuff, and the main thing was the intestinal damage that it did to me.
And you were how old when this happened?
I was 24. 24 and a half.
And how long did it take them to get you? They had to get you back to camp, get you stabilized, get you to a hospital. How long did it take for you to get back home?
It took, I spent about a week in Kuwait, then another week in Germany, then 5 weeks at Walter Reed, and I got to come home in June, just a little bit before the 4th of July celebration. So.
Wow. You hadn't been home very long at all when that happened.
No, it wasn't very long at all before that happened. So.
And it must have been a long road from the incredible damage you had, not only to your insides, which I'm sure made you so weak, but also from your leg too. Was there a chance of losing your leg?
There was a slight chance of it, but they were able to. The doctors at Walter Reed were amazing. The best of the best up there, and they were able to save my leg, and they got a rod in there now, and came home in a wheelchair, and they said it'd take almost a year to get the hill back up, but I tried to make it a little bit faster than what they were telling me to take. So lots of physical therapy to be able to walk, or to crutches at least. So. Well,
and you did it, because now today you're coaching your little boy's basketball team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's another another chore in itself right there.
You bet.
Another challenge right there.
Well, and another motivator too. You had to keep up with that little critter, didn't you?
Oh yeah. He knew what he could do. When I was recovering and everything, he knew how far away to get from me before he can get in trouble. So he knew what he was doing.
It doesn't take kids long to figure that stuff out.
Not long at all.
Well, now, another part of your story that's so remarkable, I mean, your recovery in itself is a true testament to your determination. But what you're doing now to help your fellow veterans is pretty great, too. Talk about part of your job that you have today.
Well, I work on it's called an AbilityOne contract at a Tinker Air Force Base. And what that does, it creates jobs for people with disabilities to be able to work. And AbilityOne has teamed up with the Wounded Warrior Project, to help disabled veterans coming back from Iraq, and and others who haven't been in the military to have a job, and give them a chance to have a career and be successful. And it's a really great program. It's helped me out a whole lot. When I first got out of the Army, struggled to find jobs here and there, and finally I found one out at Tinker with this program, and it's helped me out a whole lot. So.
Oh man, that's outstanding, and it keeps you on the go quite a bit, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, I've done about 20 speeches so far as keynote speeches, and get to go see amazing places. The Pentagon, got invited by the Deputy Secretary of Defense, Gordon England, so. And that was an honor just to be able to go to the Pentagon. It was great.
Oh, certainly. Well, and what a great thing that every time you give a speech, you're helping.
Oh, yeah. It's an amazing feeling to know that, you know, maybe I got somebody else a job or a veteran coming home. So he doesn't have to sit around and just collect a disability check and try to make ends meet. So it's an honor to be able to do that.
Would you talk about how folks can contact the agency that you referred to? People, someone's listening in today who could use that kind of help.
It's you can go to AbilityOne.com, and they'll have several places that you can go to help find you jobs in certain locations where you're at and everything. So just a great program all around.
Well, Nathan, needless to say, congratulations for the long way that you've come. And I mean, thanks doesn't even begin to cover it, but thank you for serving our country and for everything that your family's done to support you. We're so glad of that too. And how satisfying, because you brought me a CD of you giving one of your speeches, and there's a photo of you and your little boy 5 years ago, right after you got home, and you're so weak and sickly in that photo, and to look at you today, just the picture of health is very satisfying. So for all the folks who saw that young soldier that day at the Bethany Freedom Fest and wondered whatever became of him, well, he's sitting here next to me today, just the picture of health, and we just thank you so much, Nathan, and we thank your fellow military folks and all the veterans as well. We thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you for everybody supporting this.
Oh, it's our pleasure. That's Nathan Short, our special guest today, with a song for America, and boy, it makes it even more special, doesn't it? He's what it's all about. Nathan, thanks from all of us at 96.1 KXY.